So
Wow.
that's like where cakes kind of started, I guess.
Okay.
And then I would never tell anyone, but like after school, every day religiously, wouldn't do my homework, wouldn't go out with my mates. I'd just come home and watch YouTube videos of like Betty Crocker.
Really?
Like Betty Crocker had a channel and it was like a cake decorating channel. And this is before
Wow.
fondant or anything. It was just all buttercream. And like I just used to sit there and just like watch these videos for hours and hours, just like absorbing all this stuff. And also stemming back from when I was a little kid, from like the age of 3 or 4, I would ask mum to grab down from like, you know, the big cupboard at the top above the oven of the Women's Weekly children's cookbook, children's birthday cake cookbook. And I'd just sit there and just look at those pictures for hours and hours.
Wow. Why do you think cakes were the thing?
I don't know. I think maybe by the time mum was up to her 6th child, she never gave me a cake. It was just, my birthday's always in summer, so I would always have an ice cream cake. But I don't know. I just loved this idea of like, wow, you can make something look like a swimming pool made out of like jelly and like chocolate and you can eat it. Like it's like an art form and you can eat it.
Yeah, because like I was thinking about what is it that makes you really enjoy it. And initially I was thinking, well, you're naturally an extroverted or seem like an extroverted person. You like to talk. And I've always thought that maybe it was what came together, because I noticed that family is a big thing for you. And so was it potentially that cakes correlated to big family gatherings? It's sort of a blissful moment for you maybe? I don't know.
Not at all, actually. So you'll find this funny. So when I was a young, you know, toddler, whatever, they'd sing me happy birthday, that's fine. But when I was from about like 4, 5 to maybe like 10, every time people sung me happy birthday, I'd cry because I hated attention. Okay. Like I was just like, everyone stopped looking at me. I'm going red. Like I didn't hate the birthday cake. I loved the birthday cake, but it's like I hated those like 20 seconds of like happy birthday to you. It's like, what are you meant to do in those seconds? Like it's so awkward. Anyway.
That's funny.
So I hated it. There's so many photos of me like crying with my birthday cakes, like staring at my birthday cake. I remember when I was about 6 years old, I've got the photo. It's pretty funny now that I look back, but I'm like crying so hysterically looking at this cake. So I don't know. I just hated the attention, but I think mum did used to make heaps of birthday cakes and cool birthday cakes for all my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
But I guess, family, I don't know. I found it very therapeutic.
Uh-huh.
So when I would watch those Betty Crocker things or any cake decorating video, I would use it as like a stress reliever. And I feel like a lot of people sort of, you know, say today like all this ASMR kind of stuff. And I feel like that years ago used to be my like ASMR kind of thing. I would just zone out and like any stress from like exams or SAC periods or whatever, I'd just watch these videos and it'd be so calming.
I can imagine that. I remember when like year 12 and first years of uni doing exams and whatnot, for me it was Heston Blumenthal doing experiments that like there'd be some videos that were leaked on YouTube or whatever. And maybe it's just that whole process. It's sort of, you're so, because with cooking and hospitality in general, you're so in the moment a lot of the time that you know, it can just get you out of your head a bit.
Yeah, definitely. Even like when I was working in fashion and like I was running the retail side of stores in the later, you know, in the last 5 years, when I was doing that, I would like every Monday that I had off, I would say, girls, you can't contact me on a Monday. Like if it's urgent, contact me. But if it's not, that is the day that like I do baking. And like it was great because it was the one day that I actually didn't have to put up with other girls' shit. Yeah. Like I literally did not have to deal with like rosters or like just that I just could focus. And it was just a good exercise for me to be able to focus on one thing. Because I feel like lots of people in my family and maybe lots of people general, we always have like so many tabs open in our brain. So I feel like it was just like a really nice, you know, spiritual moment even just to focus on what you're doing and just focus on that exact action or, you know, icing a cake or whatever.
What were the different stages you had as you were teaching? Because you said that you're self-taught primarily. Yep. So what was sort of the things that, you know, like, did you have chocolate cake stage, and then, like, you know how, like, caramel was like all the rage? It still is a bit, but still is a bit. Yeah, salted caramel is still like one of my favorite flavors. Yeah, definitely. Like, I feel like when you first start, obviously you kind of look at trends of what's trending on Pinterest or whatever. When I first started, cupcakes were all the rage. So they had heaps of cupcake shops. I feel like cupcakes are, like, obviously they're still popular, but they're not as nearly as popular as, say, cookies. No way. So, and I've always been a cookie person. I tried to get into, like, going to eat a cupcake, and it's like, I just don't really like it. Like, I don't really, like, they're too much frosting, and, like, you kind of eat the frosting, but then not the cake. I don't know. You're meant to, like, actually, do you know how to eat a cupcake properly? You meant to slice it in half? Yes, like, you rip off the bottom. Oh, no, really? So you rip off the bottom of the cupcake, put it on top of the frosting, and eat it like a sandwich. Oh. So then you get, like, you don't get, so it's all equal. Yeah. Fuck. But, like, as if anyone's kind of going to do that. But so anyway, it started off as cupcakes. Then it sort of went into cake pops. I did a lot of cake pops. Yeah. But I used to do them like Oreo truffles. So I used to do the easy cake pop option. Now, these are, for people listening, those are sort of like, they're like a cone with a cake. Yeah, right? So it can be a cone or it can be like on a stick. But it's basically how you make a traditional cake pop, I get shivers. Like, I don't like doing it because you make a beautiful cake. Okay. So you've just pulled it out of the oven. Smells delicious. You let it rest, let it cool down completely, maybe leave it overnight. Take it out, crumble up that beautiful cake. Oh, no. Mix it with a bit of frosting in your hands, and then you roll it into a ball. So it's kind of like a bird's just eaten all this cake and just regurgitated it.